So I have absolutely nothing going on in my love life. So I want to find out what you have going on in your love life. And maybe you're sitting there like, bitch, I got nothing going on in my love life either. And if that's the case, then I would say tune in maybe and see if there's someone coming your way that hasn't made their way to you yet. Or maybe just keep on scrolling and find another video to watch. But this is going to be a love reading, and I am cleansing the space so that we can get messages that are good for our highest self. And if you're feeling nosy about a certain connection, or you're just wanting to see like where the other person is at, we're gonna get a little clarity today. So I'm gonna start off by doing a little bit of an energy check so you can see if this sounds like you, if this sounds like your person, if this sounds like the situation. And if it is, then congratulations, I popped up at the right time and you clicked at the right time. And if it doesn't sound like a connection that you would be in or a person you would be involved with, then I would say this is probably not your reading. But if it does sound, my cat is playing, she's so cute. Oh, I can't, yeah, there you go. But if it does sound like you, and maybe it doesn't sound like someone that you currently have in your life, this could be someone that is coming into your life. So I'm excited to see what is going on. So let's use, oh, and then we're gonna get some messages from them. Maybe things that they are too afraid to tell you. So if you could just concentrate your energy into this so that I can just channel and read for you better. So I'm gonna start off by this being you on this side, on the left-hand side, and then we're gonna do your person, and then we're gonna do the energy in the middle as like what the energy surrounding the relationship is. So bear with me because I haven't done too many of these, but I'm very excited to do them because when I was first getting into tarot, the thing that got me into tarot was love readings, because I'm a lover girl and I wanted to like know more, and who doesn't want to know more about like what their person is thinking or feeling. So yeah, while my messages are ultimately all about, you know, your highest self, I do think that sometimes we're just a little nosy and we want to hear love. So one card source for our current, okay. The Four of Wands. Love that. Okay. So we have you for the Four of Wands. And then can we get one card for the person that they are thinking about, please? So there's one card for the person that is on the mind of this beautiful little Four of Wands. Okay. The Queen of Wands. Interesting. I like that it's wands. Okay, you got some fiery energy. Okay. And then can we maybe get a card or two for the general? Okay. Oh, Six of Cups. Oh, okay. Can we maybe just get one more card for the overall energy, please, source? Okay. Oh, we got two more cards. Oh, okay. In the bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. We got some strong feminine energy. Oh, my one candle went out. Okay. Do this. Oh, in reverse. I'm gonna keep it in reverse, actually. Okay. Oh, well, can I just say, first of all, I love both of your individual energies, and I love your energy as a collective. And the vibe that I'm, okay, so let me start with you, and then I'll go with them, and then the general vibe. So with you being represented as the Four of Wands here, so I want you to look at the card. It's a beautiful card. It's actually, I say this every time I do a reading, but it's one of my favorite cards. What can I say? So the Four of Wands, for example, the Four of Wands in the original Rider Tarot deck is these two women, these two people coming together under this like wreath of flowers. It looks like they're literally getting married or they're coming together. So I think you as a person, you are someone that I feel like just wants to feel connected. They want to feel seen. They feel like, you feel like when you're operating at your best, it is when you have someone in your life that you feel connected to, somebody in your life that you feel just supported by. And I think some of your best qualities shine when you have someone in your life that is nurturing you and supporting you and excited for you. You need someone in your life that is a cheerleader, and I don't mean it in the sense that like you need a cheerleader or that you demand someone that is, you know, gassing you up all the time, like blowing smoke up your ass. That's not what I'm saying. Is sometimes we just work together when we are with someone else. It's like a machine. When you think of like an assembly line and like products being created, it's not just like one single machine that's doing it all. There's like all these separate machines, and together they like build this one project. So I think you as a person, you are just someone that is very fiery. Like when you see something that you want, you go after it, and you feel like your mission here on earth or your purpose here on earth is to be a part of something greater, be a part of something bigger than you. And I think a lot of the wonderful things that you are accomplishing in your life, or that you're meant to accomplish in life, are meant to be done with someone by your side that is your equal. It is your partner. It is someone that believes in you. It is someone that like thinks the world of you. Like you could do something wrong and they're the kind of person that would be like, hey babe, or you're the kind of person that would be like, hey babe, I'm sorry that didn't work out for you, but I think if you try it again, like you would be great at it. Like you're just a very supportive person. You're a very harmonious person. You do well when you are surrounded by other people. And that doesn't mean that you don't enjoy being alone or that you can't be alone, because I think you're someone that is very resilient and very capable of doing life on their own. But I think you know deep down that you're not meant to live this life alone. You're not meant to experience the wonderful things that are coming to you alone. You're meant to share those with somebody else. So if that resonated with you, and if these are flip-flopped and this sounds more like your person and this sounds more like you, like that is okay. It just might get a little bit confusing, and I am sorry if it's a little confusing, because like I said, this is my first time like really doing this on camera. Like I've done love readings like this for other people, but never on camera. So yay, first for me. Anyways, with your Queen of Wands person, I think that they are someone that has been able to cultivate a lot for themselves. They have been able to really go after the things that they believe in, and they have been able to create a lot for themselves. And I think you, as the Four of Wands, sees this person as like, oh my God, this is who I've been waiting for. This is my equal. This is my counterpart. Like this is someone that I'm meant to grow with. You are almost seeing this person as the next step in where you're supposed to go. And I don't mean it in like a calculated way that you see this person as a way to move forward in life, or that you need to like use them to get to the next step. It's not like that at all. But I think you see this person as a source of inspiration and a source of like, holy shit, like this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I have been wanting. Like I think you guys are so fired up about each other. I mean, like with the Wands, there's like so much fucking fire energy that they literally light a fire within you that is not just like a sensual like, oh my God, this person is so fucking attractive, because I think you both find each other so attractive, but they also light up a fire with you of like creativity and like potential, and just seeing what possibilities could come out of this person. And I think this person is someone that is wanting that as well, but they are very comfortable just being alone as well. And I think if there's any challenge in this dynamic, is that you're both kind of holding back in a way, or you're waiting for the other person to like show all the cards that they're holding before they're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And I don't mean it in a sense that this person is calculated, but they've just gotten like very comfortable with where they're at right now, and they're kind of in a mindset of, do I want to potentially mess up or change the dynamic, the dynamic that I've created for myself, the routines, the rituals that I have. And if you see, this Queen of Wands is holding this little black cat. So I think this person is very much in touch with their shadow self. They're very much in touch with their intuition, and they've done a lot of work for themselves. And that doesn't mean that you haven't, because I think you absolutely have as well. But I think this person is in a place where they are wanting to connect with someone, and they are wanting to build something with someone, but that's not as much of as like a driving force as it is for you. Like, they are very much at a point where if they were like, I can just do it on my own for the rest of my life, like they would. And I think that's a little bit of a source of frustration for you, because you're like, really, you'd rather be alone for the rest of your life than potentially have a fucking awesome relationship with me, and you don't even know like where this is going. And if you guys are already in a relationship, or it's just starting off, I think like you're starting to get to a point where the next step needs to happen soon, whether you're like first dating, or maybe you've been dating for like a few months or a year, but you're kind of getting to the point where you're ready for a little bit more commitment. And this person is at a point where they're like, am I ready to be vulnerable and just completely let someone else into my life? Like, they almost view it as they're kind of afraid that if they, and I don't mean like in a sense that like they're really afraid about this. I think they are very much going with the flow. But if you're feeling like they're not putting in as much drive as you want them to, I think it's because they are afraid that if they start putting too much into this, this will become like all that they put everything into. So real quick, with the energy surrounding this, like I said, the Six of Cups, it's such a beautiful card. It's such an innocent card. It's these two children, and one of them is giving a cup of love to the other smaller child. And I think both of you have just so much love and tenderness for each other. I think whenever you guys spend time together, you both just feel so nurtured, so oh, it's so sweet, so fulfilled, so seen, so taken care of. You guys literally view each other not through like rose-colored glasses, in the sense that you don't see the issues or faults of the other person, but you guys see each other through these eyes of compassion, where even if the person does something stupid or did something in the past that wasn't necessarily like the best thing, you are able to look at them as like, you made a mistake and it's okay, you're learning and you're growing. Like, kind of like we do with little kids. Like, sometimes little kids make mistakes, and like all you can really tell them is like, yeah, that really sucks that turned out that way. Like, hopefully you don't touch the hot stove again. Like, I'm so sorry, let me take care of your little burn. Maybe that was a super dramatic like example, or but almost like seeing a kid like drawing on the walls and the parent being like, oh my god, stop, please. But like, yeah, you guys just have this tenderness and compassion, and I think both of you feel just extremely nurtured in this. But I think at the same time, with the Eight of Swords and then the Six of Wands coming out in reverse, I think that the fact that you do see each other in this way is a little bit scary, and at times makes both of you or one of you hold back, or maybe one of you is holding back and the other person can sense it, so you start holding back or they start holding back because they feel like you are, and it almost becomes this like, not self-fulfilling prophecy, but this cycle, this like ebb and flow, where you go from like being really vulnerable with each other, and then like one or both of you gets extremely overwhelmed, and then like you retreat, and then like you both retreat. So I feel like you sometimes get a little bit frustrated because you feel like you're doing all of this progress, you're having this wonderful day, and then something happens, or at the end of the day, once you guys like leave each other and you're not together anymore, you feel like you feel them kind of pulling back from you, or you feel like the moment they're not there anymore, you start to just kind of question like, was any of what I felt real? So I think through that, you sometimes, or they sometimes, hold themselves back when they're together. I think when you're together, you're extremely nurturing and vulnerable, but I think maybe you do that to them, but you're afraid of doing that to yourself. So you end up kind of like holding yourself back and keeping yourself restrained. I think you sometimes offer them like a shoulder to cry on, not necessarily physically, but maybe like figuratively. But when it comes to you being vulnerable in return, you aren't as vulnerable as you could be, or you tell your truth, but you tell it in a way that like, what's the word I'm looking for? You tell it in a way that's disconnected from what you are. Like you tell it almost as a story of something that happened to someone else, like very analytically, very logically, but you kind of keep your emotions out of it. Like you could be like, oh yeah, like my parents were both alcoholics when I was a kid and they left me, but like here I am, like no big deal, like I'm just powering through. Oh, the candle just went out. Instead of being like truly vulnerable and it being like, yeah, I kind of had a shit childhood and it's taken a lot for me to cope past it. I was just, for the longest time, had really cynical views of myself because my parents were alcoholics. Like, do you see the difference in that? Like in both situations, you're sharing a part of yourself, but in one of them, you're very guarded and almost just telling it factually, versus the other one where you're like really digging deep. I think maybe one of you struggles with that. Or both of you struggle with that. But I think you are at a point where with the Six of Wands in reverse, you're both kind of like at a standstill. You're kind of like almost picturing like the Wild West where like you start walking away with each other with your guns and then you turn around and like whoever shoots first. I almost feel like you guys are doing that. Like you guys are like both walking away from each other, not in the sense that you're ending this relationship, because I think if anything you guys are very much committed to, like you guys are both fucking crazy about each other, but being fucking crazy about each other is also making you like very scared because maybe you've never felt this before. And I think with the Six of Wands, like, yeah, you guys are just kind of like both at a point where you're like, well, let me just see what the other person does, which I get it. I've been there before. It is scary to be vulnerable, especially when you have been being vulnerable, but your vulnerability hasn't quite led to the places that you wanted to. So yeah, and you got the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and then you got the Nine of Cups. Okay. At the bottom of the deck. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. You see these? Yeah, you can. I think don't feel like you have to choose between like working on yourself and working on the things that you love, or this person. Like you don't turn to your work and try to become this like strong independent woman or man. And I don't mean that in the sense that you shouldn't be independent, because you should 100% be independent and not feel like you have to rely on someone. But don't feel like you can't be this Four of Cups and you have to be this Queen of Pentacles. You, even if it's not this person, or even if this person's giving you a little bit of a hard time now, don't take that as a sign to be like, well, fuck co-creating with someone, I'm gonna be on my own, because that's like shadow behavior. So while you should have the mindset of, look, I don't need somebody else, I can do this on myself by myself if it comes to that, it's okay to still also be open to someone coming into your life and helping you with this. So don't hide behind your work. Like, don't think that the escape to this situation is to just like work really hard and focus on you, because I think you already are working very hard and you already are focusing on you. So you don't want to go to the extreme of that. You don't want to use work or self-healing as a blanket for actually looking at the things and situations that are happening in your life, because I feel like sometimes we can very quickly become workaholics, or we can very quickly hide behind self-work as a means to not actually really connect with other people or with the world around us. So don't let that be you. But with the Nine of Cups here and the Seven of Pentacles, like, if this is someone that you truly feel like is meant to be in your life, like they are here for a reason, they make you feel good, they are passionate about you, you feel happy, you feel nurtured, you feel taken care of, but the only thing is that maybe they're not moving as fast as you want it to. Know that great things take work, and if this is someone that you're truly passionate about and you feel like it's someone that like divinely came into your life, then just keep going with the flow and try to let go of expectations and just keep doing the work on yourself and the relationship. But also know that if you are getting to the point where you really want someone that's actually like wanting to really truly commit, and if you're already in a relationship, maybe it means that like your partner doesn't believe in marriage, but like deep down that's what you want, then just keep yourself open-minded to other people out there. There's like 8 billion people in the world. Like, so with the Nine of Cups, it's this woman and she's just sitting in this room with all this love and she has all these options and she doesn't know what to choose. So use your discernment here, and this doesn't apply to everyone, but if this is something where this person is kind of unintentionally holding you back from looking at other options in your life, I would say like keep dating. Like if this is someone that you just recently met and you're feeling a really strong connection, but they're not really moving at the pace that you want, or you're not really sure where they're at, that is okay. Like still keep talking to them, still have them be a part of your life, but keep going on other dates with other people, or keep trying to meet other people, or keep putting yourself out there and just see like where that leads. But I'm just actually curious. Let me just ask for some advice real quick. So Spirit, if they want to have something come out of this, or they want to move the relationship forward, or they maybe just want to get a little bit more clarity or answers or commitment from this person, what advice do you have? What advice do you have going forward for these two people? Oh, okay. I'm not even going to draw another card because fuck. So I just want you to see the Six of Cups fell out. And the Six of Cups is this one. So you've got the Six of Cups twice. So yeah, what Spirit is telling you is to keep nurturing this, keep taking care of each other, keep taking care of yourself. If this is, oh, they love you a lot, okay? They really care about you a lot. Even if they're not at a place where you want them to be, they are loving and caring for you in the best way that they know how right now. So like I said, if this feels like someone that is in your life for a reason, keep doing what you're doing. Keep being nurturing, keep being kind, not just to them, but to yourself. And trust that this will go where it's meant to go. And if this is someone that's new in your life and you're just not sure where things are, then maybe like look at it as a friendship. And I don't mean like friend zone them or anything like that, but just be open-minded to whatever this connection could be, and keep going about it in the way that you are. Like whatever you are doing, it's working, and this person feels seen, they feel taken care of, they feel loved. And actually I'm curious, the Knight of Pentacles and then Temperance. Yeah, so I do feel like this is definitely someone that is meant to be in your life for a reason. You are both learning something out of this, whether it's something that you want or not, like you both are. And just be open-minded to whatever it is. Like try not to have any expectations, especially if this is a new connection in your life. If this is someone that you recently met, or maybe you've known them for a while, but things are starting to like gain a little bit of momentum, just be open-minded. Try not to like fit this relationship into a box of like, I'm gonna date them, or like they're my soulmate, I'm gonna marry them. No, like just keep going with the flow, keep getting to know one another, keep showing tenderness to yourself and to them, and just trust that whatever is meant to happen will happen, because you guys will be in each other's lives, whether it's in a relationship or not. And I'm not saying that they're not going to be in a relationship with you, but I think you guys are both doing really beautiful things for each other. And even if it's just one of those things where you help show them sides of themselves that they've never seen before, and they help you see how strong you are and what you really want in a relationship, I think you're both going to get so much out of this. So it's beautiful. Just keep doing you is what I'm hearing. And I think this is like something that literally neither of you have ever experienced before. And I think in the past situations that I think you are maybe worried that this is going to be like situations that you had in the past, when I'm being guided to tell you that it's not, that this is something different. This person does genuinely care about you, and they're in it like just as much as you are. Even if it feels like they're not, even if it feels like they're moving a little bit slower than you are, that's just the pace that they're at, but that doesn't mean that they're any less into you than you are into them. I think you guys are both really fucking into one another, and I think, yeah, I'm not even, because I need to keep this like G-rated, but yeah, you guys like each other a lot. So we're gonna see anything that they may want to say to you that they are holding back from. So any messages that this person they're holding back or wants them to know. Can we get maybe a couple more cards? Just get like 2 more. Okay, here we go. Oh, I want you. I'm starting to understand our connection. I left before you could leave me. Oh, okay. So yeah, I want you. I'm starting to understand our connection. I left before you could leave me. So yeah, if this is someone that pulled themselves away from you dramatically, like you guys, like in your head you're like, what the fuck happened, because I thought that they were in it just as much as I was, or they were thinking about me just as much as I was about them, or like it felt really mutual, and you were like, holy shit, I found my person, my twin flame, like whatever it is, and then they like pulled back dramatically. Know that it has literally nothing to do with you. And I think you already know this, but seriously, this has nothing to do with you. I think if anything, this person was so overwhelmed by what they were feeling for you that they were like, I cannot, like, I need to get out of this before they hurt me, or they started to like fear the feelings that they were having so much that I was like, if I get crushed by this, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I know I messed up everything. I regret lying to you. So yeah, and take these 2 last ones as they resonate, if they resonate, because I don't necessarily think that they're lying about their feelings. They very much care about you. They're very, very attracted to you. Yeah, they're just confused and overwhelmed. Like, that's all I'm feeling. Like, they're just like, they don't know what to do. They are so fucking afraid that they're gonna get hurt in this, because thinking they're either in the past they were hurt a lot, or they did a lot of hurting. They don't want to do that with you, and they feel like they already have, in a sense. I think they can pick up on the fact that you're wanting more, or you're disappointed, and instead of making them want to like be that for you, it's making them like retreat, because they are almost afraid to put in the work. But I do think that they want to put in the work. So I think, like I said, if this is someone that you really see a lot of potential with, keep being nurturing, keep being attentive, keep being there for you, for them. Try not to have any expectations. But if this is someone that is just literally not at a point where they can give you what you want because of themselves, then like, don't forget that you have other options. Like, you do. You're beautiful. Like, you are an amazing person. And I think even if you guys don't end up together, you guys are both going to be, you're both going to be learning a lot from it. And I hope it does work out and this person gets their shit together, because if they don't, they are going to kick themselves in the fucking ass for the rest of their lives. I'm so sorry that I am swearing so much. I am afraid to contact you. I remember every detail of that day. So maybe the last time you saw them, it was meaningful. I am becoming a better person. Yeah, they definitely want to like work on themselves, and they want to be a better person for you. And yeah, they love you a lot. So I hope you got some insight on this, because I think if you were wondering if this person cares about you as much as you care about them, yes, they do. Maybe they don't show it in the way that you want or expect, but they do. They care about you a lot. So I think what you need to just ask yourself and figure out for yourself is, are you willing to kind of not necessarily wait around, but are you willing to be like patient and go at their pace? Or are you at a point where you really know what you want and you're not going to let anything else stand in your way? Because ultimately it's up to you whether you want to continue to just go with the flow and see where this goes, or if you are realizing that you don't want someone that is trying to figure out what they want, or you don't want someone that is still having to do that kind of relationship work. You want someone that's at the point where you're at. But either way, I think this person cares about you a lot. You clearly care about them a lot as well. And you clearly really want things to work out with them. So I would say if this isn't hurting you and you don't feel like you're holding yourself back from other people, I would say just keep being patient and go with the flow, and know that beautiful things take time to grow. If you plant a seed, it's not going to blossom overnight. Well, I don't know anything about herbology or botany. Maybe there are seeds up there that can sprout overnight. I don't know. Anyways, either way, whatever seed you're planting takes a while to grow. Go with that. So I had so much fun doing this. If this resonated, let me know in the comments. Definitely subscribe if you haven't, because I love doing these readings for you guys. But yeah, I'm curious to see where this goes, and if this resonated, let me know how it feels to be in this connection and how you're feeling. And maybe you just need to vent to somebody on the internet that you don't ever see again. That sounds kind of nice. It's like the same as talking to a tree. They're not gonna tell anyone. But yeah, the universe is with you, and I am with you, and I am cheering you on, and I'm glad that you found somebody that you care this deeply about, and that they care this deeply about you too, because that's truly a wonderful feeling. So know that you are loved. If you ever need some guidance, feel free to talk to the universe. Just literally breathing deep and trying to clear your mind as best as you can, and just ask questions like, what should I do going forward? Blah, 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 whatever that question is for you. Oh, 3223, as I said that. Whatever that is for you, open yourself up to messages and open yourself up to what it is that you really want. But yeah, I love you. I had so much fun doing this for you, and I hope it resonated and you are so loved.